Hey everybody, welcome back to the next episode of the Balanced Vibes podcast. Thank you for being here and I hope you're enjoying the new week. So today I have another announcement for you, and it is that on Tuesday the 14th and Thursday the 16th of September, I am hosting a brand new live workshop. This is super exciting. I have not done this before, and I wanted to do this because I want you to get started with building that stronger, fitter, leaner, more muscular looking body, and if you want to, also losing body fat. So you're going to learn exactly what you have to do if you have these goals. It's going to be awesome. Like I said, I've never done this before, and we're going to start from the beginning. So we're going to be covering two important parts if you have this goal: gaining muscle, getting leaner, and losing some body fat. And of course, these two things are nutrition and exercise, but it's going to be much more specific than that, because everybody can tell you that you should be eating better or you should be exercising more, but this is not enough. If we have a specific goal, we have to have a specific approach. So on this 2-day webinar, I'm going to teach you the most important things that you need to get started. And on day one, we're going to focus on your nutrition, and I'm going to teach you exactly how you can figure out what is the required calorie amount for your body. Yes, you're going to learn exactly what is good for you. Customization is so important. So this is kind of like the key word of this whole workshop too. Customization. I'm going to teach you how you can figure out your calories, and then how you can figure out your protein, so that you can start working towards your goal and not get so overwhelmed with macros, because there can be a lot of stuff that is confusing, like what to track, and should I track carbs and fats too, and should I do carb cycling and all that kind of stuff. Yes, this is important, but it's not important until you have the foundation right. And so this workshop is all about laying that foundation. So nutrition, calories, and proteins, this is going to be day one. Day two is going to be workouts. How should we work out to get real results? Because if you're one of those people who just picks random workout here and another one there, you are not seeing the results. I know that because I've done this. So I want to teach you exactly what you have to do to get the exact recipe. This is how you're going to work out, and this is how you're going to get results. It's literally almost like following a cooking recipe. You're making a cake, and you want to have the right ingredients. You want to put them in the right order. You want to do everything in the right way, and that way you have the guaranteed result. And this is exactly what this live workshop is going to teach you as well. So please sign up. This is going to be super cool. You're going to walk away with exact steps. Literally, you know exactly what you're going to do. And I'm also including a workshop workbook, so that you don't have to memorize everything that you hear, but you actually have on a piece of paper everything in front of you, like walking you through every single step. And so that you can take this knowledge with you later. You can always go back. It's on a piece of paper in this workbook. So I think this is super valuable too. How can you sign up? You can sign up on my YouTube description. You can, of course, sign up. There's a link in my bio on Instagram. There is a link in the show notes, and of course on my blog as well. So make sure that you join this live webinar if you have been wanting to get started, if you've been wanting to get some results, but you haven't gotten them yet. So the dates again are September 14th, which is Tuesday, and September 16th, which is Thursday. So I really hope to see you there. Today, I want to talk about a couple of reasons why you may not have been seeing muscle gain and fat loss results. So kind of coming back to what I just talked about, a lot of people are getting frustrated, and I absolutely understand that why they're getting frustrated, because they want to get the results. They seem to be doing everything right, and they're just not getting results. And they're thinking, okay, what is wrong with me? They literally start thinking there's something wrong with them, because they compare themselves to some other people who are getting really good results and who are leaning out and putting on muscle and like having these nice, sculpted shoulders or whatever, and are able to lose some body fat. And then there's other people who just can't do it. It seems like whatever I do, nothing really works. So I wanted to cover a couple of reasons why this might be happening and what needs to change in order to start getting results. So the first thing, if you listen to my previous episode, was all about intuitive eating, and I told you why when intuitive eating can be a great approach and when it's not that great approach. And actually the first reason why people are not getting results if they want to change something is that they're trying to do it intuitively. So if you're eating a certain way, you're listening to body, very cool. Yes, if you're happy with what you're doing right now, that's great. But if you're not currently getting the results that you want to get, then something needs to change. Practicing intuitive eating, if you have a specific goal, this is the first mistake. This is the first thing that is wrong when you are not gaining muscle and getting leaner. And it's no surprise because you're not changing anything. So how can any change take place then? The second reason why you are not gaining muscle and getting leaner is that you are not tracking your food. And this is so important because if you don't know what you're eating, you don't have any data. You don't know what to do next. You don't know if you should be decreasing, if you should be increasing. It's very important to know because you can go in a completely wrong direction. You may be even wondering, okay, why did she say that? Maybe you need to increase your calories. Well, sometimes actually a lot of women have to increase their calories to start getting results because they have been undereating for a long time already and their body has gotten very used to it. Their metabolism is very slow by now after doing this for several months or years. So first step might be that they actually have to increase their calories to bring these calories up to their maintenance level and then stay there for a little while, 3-4 months. And then from that place, they can start decreasing and then the weight loss, fat loss can start happening. But it is important to track our food because without doing that, we don't know which way to go. And so now if we find that somebody is tracking their food and they do see that they're eating, 2,500 calories a day, and that actually for fat loss, they would need 2,000, let's say, then it's also important that they had this information because without that, it's super hard to make any changes, to make anything happen. The next reason why you are not gaining muscle and you're not getting leaner is that you might be cutting your calories randomly without having any strategy about it. And then you just end up feeling confused and disappointed when it didn't work. And just this random calorie cutting is such a common thing. Sometimes people use MyFitnessPal to tell them how many calories they should eat. And this is one big mistake. Please don't make that mistake. Also, don't trust anybody who tells you that you should be eating like 1,200, 1,300 calories. That's probably not the case for you. I'm very sure it's not the case for you. So if you're just cutting your calories randomly without knowing what you're doing, then you're not getting results, or you may get like initial quick results and then everything stops because you just cut too much. The other scenario that can happen is that you're not cutting enough. Maybe you're super careful, like, I don't know if I should be cutting more or how much I should be cutting. So maybe you only cut like very little and you're not getting results and you're getting frustrated because you're wasting your time. You're trying to be so accurate with your tracking, but nothing's happening. So maybe your cut wasn't right for you. And this is actually also exactly what we're going to talk about on this live workshop too, how to know if you need to cut, and if you do need to cut, then how much you should be cutting. Believe it or not, there's a specific formula for it. There is a strategy for it. Nothing that I do with my clients is random. So everything is really based on studies that have been shown that this works. And I'm going to give you the same recipe that I'm using with my other clients too, so that you know what kind of cut you should be getting, and if you are, in the first place, if you are ready for it or not. The next reason why some people are not getting results is that they walk into the gym without having any plan. They just do workouts from YouTube, for example, or from Instagram, and they saw that somebody did this, so it might work for me, so I'm going to do this. So typically those YouTube workouts that people really like to do for some reason are very like, a little bit of weights, but mostly like cardio, and then weights and cardio, and kind of like switching back and forth and not really focusing on strength building. And so they do this workout one day, and then the other day they're going to do like 2-mile run. And then the third day they pick something from Instagram again. And then the fourth day they go lift a little bit more. And it's just like a mess. It's a mess. There's no strategy. There's no plan. There's no guidance. There's no structure. And if there's no structure, then you cannot get results because it's just so random. So your body needs to get certain signals from your training. Okay, what you're literally telling your body what to do. And if it's just like confusing, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, yeah, you probably like you're healthy, you're improving your health. But if your goal is muscle building and getting leaner, then this is not how it works. You have to be strategic. Just like with your nutrition, you have to be more strategic if you want to get results. And the plan should look like something like strength-based, heavy lifting, relatively heavy lifting. And again, this is something that I'm going to cover in detail in our live workshop. So I really recommend that you sign up for that workshop and learn exactly how to train for real results. The next mistake that a lot of people make and are not getting weight loss, fat loss results and don't build muscle too, is that thinking that other people's macros should work for them. So simply copying other people's macros or taking whatever random plan, or using the common like 40% carbs and 40% this and 20% that, like that type of just like general plan that is not designed for you, and hoping that is going to work. It's probably not going to work out super well. Also, you're not adjusting, you're not like changing anything, and then you're also not seeing any results. So it's very important that your plan is customized for you. And I've talked about it a lot. And again, this is what we're going to do in the live workshop as well. I'm going to teach you exactly how you're going to set your unique calories and your unique protein, because what works for one person does not very likely work for another person. And the last reason why a lot of people are not getting any results is that they don't do anything. They are so confused about macros. They maybe want to get started, but they are confused. They don't know what the next step is. They don't know what it even means to eat like this number of carbohydrates or how to do this. So they just maybe go from one website to another. It's just like so much information. And they're like, okay, I'm just going to throw my hands up. I'm not going to do anything because it's just so confusing. And I totally understand that it can be confusing if you are trying to consume so much. But that's why it is important that you start from the beginning, so that you don't start from carb cycling, which is very important. It is very important if you are more advanced macro tracker, you've done this for a while, it is super important to start carb cycling so that you continue to see results. It's also super important that you do diet breaks. But this is all after. This all comes later. So if you have never tracked macros and you are getting curious about it, like how should I do this? And like, oh wait, I gotta figure out the carb cycling first. No, you don't. What you have to figure out first is your protein, is your calories, is your workouts. This is how you start getting the results. So this is everything that I teach in the live workshop. I really hope that you can be there. It's going to be so valuable. I know this already. I can guarantee you this. You're going to get results, great results, when you start implementing the steps that I teach you in this live workshop. So make sure that you sign up for that. Also, if you watch this video on YouTube, please leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you want to get more healthy fat loss, muscle building tips. So thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you again very soon. I really hope to see you in the workshop.